undisputed welterweight championship of the world.
And he's here with us right now, ladies and gentlemen. 5 different weight divisions, 1 Olympic gold medal, easily one of the greatest fighters of all time. I was watching that fight as a kid back in 1981. Was the WBA welterweight championship fight against Thomas Hearns. Thomas Hitman Hearns. I remember Emmanuel Stewart was in the corner. And I was thinking, man, Sugar Ray Leonard has been my hero. The first book report I ever did was on Muhammad Ali. And I thought Ray Leonard reminded me a lot of Muhammad Ali because of the boxing shorts they wore and the speed and the charisma and the pizzazz and the heart and the determination. I watch this man every day on Instagram. It's kind of surreal to have him in the studio with us today. The one and only Sugar Ray Leonard, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome,
Thank you,
legend.
man. Thank you.
Oh, come on, man. You my hero, man. I smile when I look at you, man.
You guys can't do this to me. I mean, when you play that thing with Hearns, I start ducking, man. I start moving out of the way.
I saw that.
I start putting my hands up. Put my hands
I'm
up.
protecting your eye again, baby. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Damn. You know, it's just like I know we're going to talk about diabetes because Sugar Ray and his wife Bernadette have Sugar Ray Leonard Foundation, which funds research and raises awareness for childhood type 1 and 2 diabetes. I want to talk about that first. Let's do that first.
Okay.
Okay. Why was this important? Why was this cause important for you to take up?
Although my father, had diabetes, it was just the fact that I was so used to hearing people say, hey, I just contracted diabetes. And my friends, my family members, it became something that it was a fight.
Mm-hmm.
It was really a fight outside the ring. And because of my popularity, I used that to raise awareness and raise funds that will one day knock out diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tell you, it's one of the toughest opponents that I know.
Diabetes is, right?
No question.
I noticed that if you go to Sugar Ray Leonard's Instagram, his social media, you're you're a motivational speaker, and you lead by example. You work out every day. You know,
not every
it's not every day. Okay. Well, it looks like that on Instagram.
Balance. Restoration is just as important as going hard.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Thanks for saving them.
That's right.
How has exercise, you found, helped folks, even children, because we got a lot of childhood obesity that happens in this country. How's exercise, you think, help counter diabetes?
Well, it keeps you fluent, and the fact that working out, I mean, for me, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It's hard getting started, but once you're involved, once you're there, once you're in that mode, it's nothing like it because from a health standpoint, it burns calories naturally, and I think it's such a plus for one's life. I feel productive when I work out.
Mm-hmm.
My whole day is productive.
Yes, same.
What kind of things are you guys doing with the Sugar Ray Leonard Foundation that people can know about if they want to find out more? Is it a website they can go to? Well,
just sugarrayleonard.com. It's all about the information. It's all about trying to find a way to, again, eradicate diabetes because it's a tough opponent because it used to be juvenile diabetes. Now it's type 1, type 2 because you can get diabetes at any age. So it's frightening.
It's frightening.
It really is.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you guys are doing and you utilizing your brand to bring awareness to this cause. I have family members that are suffering for diabetes, that have suffered from diabetes, so it kind of runs rampant in my family as well. So we try to change our diet and do those things to help.
It is rampant, and you say change your diet. It's harder for kids in the inner cities. And they have to eat what they eat, what's available.
Yeah.
But exercise, without question, is beneficial.
Sugar Ray Leonard is here, ladies and gentlemen. Look up the Sugar Ray Leonard Foundation. Okay, let's talk about Tommy Hearn.
Hey. Got that out the way.
I swear, it's so funny. You said, I know. I just spoke to Tommy yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, we're friends now.
Oh.
And Tommy said, hey, Ray, man, we should get back out there, man, because, we big names and everything. I said, Tommy, are you referring to me fighting you and you hitting me? No, but he's serious.
Oh, he wants to fight again?
He's going to kill me for saying this.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Oh, yeah, because he said, keep it quiet.
Uh-huh.
But I had to tell you.
He wants to get back in the ring with you.
Yeah, but I said, but Tommy, no headshots. Only 3 rounds. Well, 2 rounds. Well, 1 round. Uh-huh. And maybe that's doable.
One round.
One round. Yeah.
Wow.
So you
but 1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay. Hey, you make the rules, Sugar. You make the rules.
Absolutely.
Would you do that? Would you 1 minute, 1 round? Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns back in the ring one more time.
Okay. Let's see. Canelo, 300 million. Yeah, Mayweather, 300. Possibility. Call me after the holidays.
Okay. Let me ask you this question, man. I watched all your fights. Some of the early ones I remember going back and watching. I don't think I ever saw anybody hit you as hard as it looked like Thomas Hearns was hitting you. That's just the look. You know what it feels like. Was he the hardest puncher you faced?
Tommy, the first fight, which was incredible.
Yeah.
Tommy never really hurt me, but in the second fight, the one that went into a draw, Tommy hurt me every time he hit me. When I first came back, I've come back a lot of times. Was against Kevin Hart.
I saw that fight.
I didn't see it.
I'm dying.
You didn't see the punch.
He hurt, no, I didn't see the punch. God damn. Oh, man. Wake up to this.
Almost 2019. It's cool.
I know. Yeah, but Kevin hurt me. Donnie Lalonde, remember?
Yep.
He hurt me bad. Marcos Geraldo. I mean, there were certain fights that I had that the guys hurt me each and every time they hit me. But Tom and Duran hurt. I mean, Duran hit me. Manos de Piedras, Duran hands of stone. He hit me so hard. I swear. I looked around like, who else is in this damn ring?
Really? He hit you that hard?
He hit me that hard.
When they say hands of stone, what does that feel like against your face?
Like that. It feels like a rock against your face. I mean, it hurts, and punches are not supposed to hurt.
What do you mean?
Because I can show you. No, really. I can. If I hit you in your face right now,
Yeah.
that wouldn't really hurt like a pinch or whatever, or someone prick you. If I hit you in your body right now,
Yeah.
you will feel pain.
Okay.
Because you're looking at me like
I'm trying to understand, Ray. I'm trying to understand, man.
He's also nervous.
You just said punches aren't supposed to hurt. I'm still stuck on that.
no, because it's like it happens so quick.
That it's come and goes.
And like, say if I hit you, you go out, you don't feel the pain because you're out.
Okay.
That's nice.
Okay.
I hit you in your stomach.
It's
like a delayed reaction.
I'm
sure I can show you.
Would you? You want to hit me in my stomach? Come on, Ray.
No, I can't.
I would love to be hit by you.
I'd be honored. I'll do that.
Okay.
You sign a waiver.
Okay. You know what? I pulled this clip right here. We pulled this clip of you and Roberto Duran.
A good right. He is working Duran effectively. And Duran must resort to pulling in. What? Duran has quit! Roberto Duran has quit! There can be no other explanation. Pandemonium in the ring. And Roberto Duran has quit.
Sugar Ray, did you speak Spanish at that time?
Muy poquito.
Well, okay, so very little. So when he said no mas, did you know what it meant?
Well, when you do this, what does that mean?
Stop.
Right.
Stop
or you
stop.
Or the plane's coming.
Yeah.
Save our souls.
No, it was crazy because when he did that, I mean, it was an indication that he didn't want it anymore, but didn't know for sure. I thought it was a trick to get me closer.
Because then he tried to fight you right after that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So it was bizarre. Put it that way. Anything short of bizarre. But then my brother Roger yelled, "Hey Ray, he quit!" And then that's when it all came together that what was happening, because I mean we're in the middle of a round and I'm punching. Then he's just like, no.
What do you think happened to him? What do you think?
It's like a bully. It's like a bully, and one day that bully. It's the last time that bully messes with you because you punch him back, right? And that bully's gonna do one or two things. He's gonna crush you, or he's gonna run away. I don't want to say he ran away.
Yeah. He didn't crush you though.
No, he didn't crush me.
He didn't crush you. You know, we had Usher here.
My man.
All right, and Usher played Sugar Ray Leonard in the movie Hands of Stone about Roberto Duran. And there was a scene I wanted to ask you about. I don't know if it was a press conference.
Yeah.
It was a press conference with you and Roberto Duran. And Roberto Duran said some of the most vulgar, disrespectful thing to your wife at the time, right?
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
He said, bitch. And he said, I kill you. And other words I don't want to say. No, he got into my head because all of a sudden now this man is insulting my wife and I can't do anything about it. And I mean, that's just not who I am. But I was going to defend my wife and I was going to punch him back. And I wanted to get him back so bad that I decided to fight him toe to toe. That's what happened. That's what happened in that first fight. I said I'm gonna beat this man at his own freaking game, and I'm gonna stand toe to toe. Why? I have no idea. That's what I have no idea. So when the bell rung, I went towards him, and the first punch hit me with pow. I was like, wow, man. But I didn't realize it until maybe the 12th round that it was a bad decision, a bad choice.
To go ahead
and fight him toe to toe. I swear, it's hard to really be as clear as I want to be of how hard this guy hits. I mean, this guy is like hands of stone, man. It's unbelievable, and it's perpetual motion, and Duran was dirty too. Good dirty, but if that makes any sense. But he hit me places, man, they should not have hit me. I can't tell you.
Okay.
But he was so.
He hit you in your joint?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
On purpose?
I'm sure it was.
Well, he's a boxer. He knows where he's aiming.
Yeah.
You know?
But not that.
Okay.
I gotta show you guys one day.
Okay. I don't know if I want to see that,
next
Ray.
time,
Ray, you keep that one to yourself, Ray.
Okay. Yeah, you want to see it?
No.
I want no problems, Ray. It's been a really wild ass year.
Exclusive.
But he hit that hard, huh?
He hit that hard, man. After the fight, I went to my hotel, and we called the doctor in because my ears was just all raveled up and everything else. And they use this needle to draw blood because if you don't, it becomes what they call that with wrestlers.
Cauliflower
area.
Yeah. That too was the worst pain I've ever experienced, man. I mean, and I contemplated retiring. I said, man, I can't take this, again. And I thought about quitting. I always think about quit when I lose. But when I took my wife to Hawaii, and I healed pretty fast. I mean, maybe 10 days.
Wow.
And I was on the beach running, and people were saying, "Hey Ray, if you had box Duran, you would have beat him." And right away, I called my Mike trainer, and I said, "Mike, I want to fight Duran ASAP, right away." He said, "Ray, are you on vacation?" I said, "Yeah, but I want to fight Duran." And I decided to fight him in less than 5 months. And because I knew his lifestyle, because Duran would go from like 147 to 200 pounds plus.
Yeah. He wasn't staying in shape.
No, he wasn't.
Out the ring.
And I knew that.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted the fight to be closer.
Sugar Ray Leonard, right there. You hear it, baby. We're not even playing songs. We're gonna keep talking. All right. So I saw the clip when someone asked, and you gave what a great explanation. If you thought you would beat Floyd Mayweather if you guys were fighting both in your prime, and you said yeah. Didn't you say yeah?
I did say yeah. I'm saying yeah now.
Yes.
I love Floyd. I mean, Floyd's a bad boy.
Yeah.
I'm better. You didn't catch that, did you?
That was so fast. That was like one of your punches, one of your flurries. That's how you did Hagler. I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have to say that. But how do you think Floyd, knowing his style, watching him over the years, would have been able to compete in the era of Hagler, Hearns, Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard? What do you think
The man is so tactical that he could fight in any era. I would say that. I mean, without question. No, it's all about what's up here, the brain and your heart. And Mayweather's always entered that ring. He talked trash. We all talk trash. But he backs it up.
He backs it up.
I mean, you got to give the man props.
Would you say he's one of the greatest of all time?
Yes, without question.
Okay.
Without question. I mean, but you know, they use the term pound for pound a bit sometimes premature.
Yeah.
But without question, Mayweather is up there.
Pound for pound.
Yep.
I'm gonna let everybody jump in. You're a 5 weight division champion, and including heavyweight, correct?
No,
not heavyweight. No.
Look at me, man.
Okay. How high? You went to super
and what? It was unprecedented. It was 2 titles on the line because Lalonde was not a household name. So we said, well, you know, you want to add your weight, your class, your championship belt. He said, yeah, and he got more money.
Okay.
You know, so it was a good business deal.
It was a good business deal. Roy Jones Jr. to me is one of the greatest.
Oh my! I love Roy. Roy is here. You know, here is when a young fighter, should not try to emulate Roy Jones. Roy was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hands down, power, speed, agility. He has it all. We have it all. And I boxed him one day.
What was that like? What was his speed really like? Was he in his prime or was he?
Oh, he was in his prime. I was not in my prime. And he hit me pretty regularly, pretty quick.
Okay.
And I said, I shouldn't be in here. And I got out of the ring and got my beer.
I love you, Ray.
Self-awareness.
So let me ask you this. So Roy started moving up in divisions. I think he just got bored, so he just started challenging himself, and he got all the way to heavyweight. And then he got then he started coming back down to fight Antonio. I remember he came back down to fight Antonio Tarver.
Right.
Do you think that dropping weight hurt him? Hurt his career? You know, the weight fluctuation hurt his career, maybe affected his reflexes?
Not necessarily. I think the fact that, you know, when you're younger, you can do mostly anything to the body.
Okay.
You know, the up and down, cycling, no, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Okay,
I didn't see that as a handicap.
Oh, you don't see it as a handicap. So in that second fight, Tarver was able to knock him out, TKO.
Antonio Tarver is not everyday guy. I mean, power and smart and yeah.
Okay. Sugar Ray Leonard is here. I'm getting all my boxing questions in now.
We see.
We just watched the Tyson. First of all, Deontay Wilder is a citizen here at Sway in the Morning. That's a friend. That's family. We've been watching him before he became popular to the rest of the world. We watched his career. Tyson Fury, I personally never took his style seriously up until this past fight with Deontay Wilder. I felt like he really, what he went through to lose the weight that he lost. He seemed really focused. He spoke publicly about dealing with the demons in his life, from addictions to even mental health. And for him to have the fortitude to go through that fight and fight such a disciplined fight, who do you think? Are you okay with the draw?
Oh, without question.
Okay.
Without question. I mean, am I okay? I mean, put it this way. Before the fight, I thought Wilder was going to annihilate him 3 rounds, maybe 5. Because Tyson Fury, he had problems. I had problems. Not really with my career, but with the drugs and whatever.
But you had that after you retired, right?
After retired, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I don't want to cut you off. Just real quick to put it in context. You start using cocaine after you had the eye. Was it cocaine or?
It was all of the above.
Okay.
I did drugs. I did cocaine. I drank out, until I admitted that I was an alcoholic. So I had, outside the ring, it was pretty tough. It was pretty tough, But with Fury, when I heard of that, I said, there's no way he could win. And I didn't give him a chance at all to win the fight. I figured that within 3 to 5 rounds, Wilder would just blow him away. That man, you know how big he is, right?
Yeah, he's huge.
And he lost how many pounds? I think he lost
150 or something like that.
That's
something crazy.
unreal.
Over 100, yeah.
Yeah, and the body, as you get older, the body doesn't always agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what impressed me the most that this big guy, this huge mammoth of a man, was mobile. I mean, he was slipping punches and everything, and he knew what was bothering Wilder. He would like talk trash, put his hands behind his back. I mean, that's a huge man who moved like that, like a lightweight. When he went down in the 12th round, I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. I just thought. I mean, because he fell back and his head hit the canvas, and he got back up and somehow, some way, retaliated. It was, put it this way, it was entertaining.
It was definitely entertaining. Sugar Ray Leonard is here, man.
Bringing up that fight, and I watched it, I wrote an entire newsletter about it because it completely shifted my perspective on boxing because I saw so much beauty. And it was really interesting to me that at the end, Tyson was talking about how he had so much love for Wilder, and how he was praying before the ring that they both go home safely. He just had brought so much spirituality into the ring, and it made me wonder if them two could be friends at all, which brings me back to when you brought up Tommy and how you guys are friends now. How many years did it take for you to befriend your opponent, and what was that first conversation like?
I never, with me, I never had this aggression with Hagler, Hearns, with anybody. Well, Duran, I hate that son of a bitch.
He called your wife a bitch, man.
He said, wait a second.
Wait. Let me back up a little bit.
All right, okay.
But, that impressed me when those guys acknowledge each other after the fight. That was beautiful.
Right.
I mean, it takes a man to do that.
That's what I felt.
Right. No question about that. But, I really loved what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
We touched on Mayweather for a second. And I was just wondering, because now the popular thing is this cross-sport fighting with boxers and UFC fighters. If you had a chance to fight somebody outside of boxing,
yes.
You would do it?
Well, are you asking me now or back in the day?
Either or.
I'll be more amped to do it back in the day than now. I mean, I don't know. But no, I don't know. $300 million. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I would have done it. Yeah,
Shit, I'll stand in for you.
Right.
It doesn't quite look like Ray. He sitting there lost a lot. Got really pudgy around the middle.
Yes.
You brought up Hagler. There are many people who felt like you stole the fight from Hagler with the concept of shoe shining him towards the last minute of every round. He did the work during most of the rounds, and at the last few seconds, here comes Sugar Ray. And nothing really hurt Hagler, but it seems like a lot of times people, it kind of takes away from the legacy when you have so many people in question. What are your thoughts about that, you and Hagler?
Those same people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you said my flourish didn't hurt Hagler. I guarantee they will hurt you.
Absolutely. I'm like, come on, Ray, don't do that, man.
No. But think about that. Think about that. He didn't hurt Hagler. Who hurts Hagler? I mean, come on.
I get point.
Has Hagler been knocked down?
Never. Not that I know of.
Not on my book.
Uh-huh.
No, I fought Hagler the best, more tactical way I could.
Uh-huh.
I used my hand speed. I used my mobility.
Mm-hmm. What did his punches feel like compared to Roberto Duran?
He never hurt me. This is what happened, man, because, you feel that you can win the fight, and I truly believe I could beat Hagler tactically.
Uh-huh.
And when the first bell rung, I went out there and I'm shaking. I'm scared. I admit that. I'm scared. I'm nervous. Fighters don't admit that.
Uh-huh.
I'm not fighting anymore, so yeah, I was scared. so the first bell, and I'm out there, and I'm shaking. Then I say, pow! I said, this shit still works, man.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
I didn't know, because when you're in the gym, you're boxing, you're here, you look good, but that's so distant from reality. Because when you're in that ring, now it's like the real guy, the real deal, and your nerves.
Yeah.
But once you overcome that, which is right away. You know, it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. And when I threw the first punch and it said pow, I said it works, man. It still works. And I was super confident that I would win the fight.
Yeah, I saw it, man. It was a great fight, man. Now we're in 2019, going to 2019. The welterweight division is rejuvenated. To me, it's the most exciting division going right now. I want to give you a few pairings and tell me who you got. Okay. Let's start with. Let me see who I want to start with. Spence against Garcia.
That's going to be an amazing situation in that ring because Spence is a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big guy,
Mm-hmm.
and Garcia to come up and wait. How Garcia's like what?
He's 130. He's come up to 135, 140.
But he's fighting as a welterweight.
We're
right?
fighting that as a welterweight.
If he can overcome that, which 9 times out of 10 you can't, unless you super speed and smart and everything else. But Spence, he has the edge, no question about that.
Spence, okay. Pacquiao versus Adrien Broner.
Adrien is so crazy sometimes, but he's talented and he has heart. Pacquiao, I don't know where Pacquiao is at the present time. I thought he was a congressman.
Yeah, he was. He's in the Philippines, but he's been fighting and he's looked good. He's been fighting and looks good.
He's been fighting in the house.
No, come on, Ray. Come on, man. Don't do that, man.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, come on, man.
Guys, help me out.
No, he's had a fight, man.
He's had a fight.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you got Broner. You got Broner.
Broner.
Yeah. Adrien Broner versus Pacquiao. Who would you pick? Broner or Pacquiao?
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Okay. There are a couple of fights. Keith Thurman. I know he has a fight coming up. I believe, kind of like a warm up fight. You got Terence Crawford.
Oh yeah.
Is he the one? Is he the golden child of the division?
He has my vote.
Terence Crawford.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much talent out there in the welterweight division that depends on whose day it is, you know. But I want to see these fights. I want to see these fights take place. I want to see these fights come to fruition.
Shawn Porter. To me, a lot of people sleep on that young man, but he's strong, he's disciplined, he's fast, he holds a belt.
I can't believe you know your stuff.
Oh, really?
He loves this.
I mean, I'm like, I'll be looking up information and stuff. Who did you just say? I'll be like,
Anyone got Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
He is a fanatic.
I flipped to turn my phone on.
Ray looking at me like I was looking at him.
God,
Like, who?
What the hell? No, I know who it is.
Yeah, you know, Shawn.
Without
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
But when you ask me these complicated questions, and I've been looking at my phone and looking at my paper.
But all these guys, Ray, I've had them up on the show before they became popular. Danny Garcia, Crawford, Errol Spence. All these guys, Keith Thurman. I've hung out with Keith Thurman in Vegas before people really knew who he was. So I love all these guys, and I think they're all great for boxing because they're all hungry. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I just wanted, like you, see these fights made, and I'm just a fan, so I'm curious to who one of the greatest of all time think about these fights.
But see, they don't know I'm a fan of theirs, Adrien Broner, sometimes he gets a little bit too much of that stuff. And I say, man, I want you to show who you are as opposed to show them, your outside, adversities and what have you. But there's so much talent in the welterweight division. That's going to be very competitive.
Sugar Ray Leonard, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, man, I got 2 callers. I've had them wait for 30 minutes. I got to let them get a question in. Keith from Maryland, go ahead. What would you like to say real quick?
Do it for a man named Sugar Ray out there on his way. Hey, what's up, Ray?
Hey, babe, how you doing, man?
I grew up in Glen Arden. We used to hit tennis balls over at Ardmore tennis courts.
You and I hit some balls? Yeah, sure.
Tennis balls.
Oh, tennis ball.
Tennis ball.
Well, that's what I thought you said. Yeah, I'm good.
That's what's up. So y'all used to play, Keith, you saying?
We used to hit. But I know Ray more directly from Ollie Dunlap. I went to school with Curtis, Ollie's son, and Ray used to come to the games. But Ray, I just want to thank you, man. You're one of the greatest persons to come out of Palmer Park, Glen Arden. It's all relative. But you hit me home with the diabetes, man. I just got out of the hospital. I got bit by a spider. And they were talking about amputating my foot because my sugar level was so high and the blood could not circulate properly in my foot. And it took that to get me more serious about this. I mean, I'm a type of person that never had the common cold, flu, anything like that. And then, I'm 55 years old, and I found out I'm diabetic. And, it wasn't, I guess it was my lifestyle, but a lot of food are put out here in the markets that just lead you to diabetes. And,
man, that's interesting you say that. That's what you were saying. Like the kids are eating what they have, right?
Yeah, I mean, they can't, organic and all this kind of, I mean, if it's great if you can, but, how about the ones who can't afford that?
Yeah, can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
Keith, man, we wish you the best, man. And
my prayers, babe. My prayers to you.
Okay, thank you, Keith. You're a citizen.
Let's wait a minute.
Ebony, real quick, you're going to end it. Go ahead. She's in Indiana. Go ahead, Ebony.
Hey, what's up, Sway?
Damn.
I just want to say what's up to you all, and always been a fan of Sugar Ray, and I just wanted to shout him out, saying, hey, letting him know he always been like a hero to me growing up. So much love to you, man, and continue what you're doing. The diabetic thing, because I'm a diabetic. I'm a type 2.
God bless you, brother.
All right. Hey, thank you, Ebony. Hey, thank you, Sugar Ray Leonard, man. This has been fun.
Thanks, babe.
Please come back.
I'm going to hit you in your stomach next time.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on Instagram.
You can't miss the target, I can tell you that much, all right? Okay. We got Jay Farrell coming up on the show a little later. We're going to do some First Aid with Kelly Kincaid. We need everybody to go to DJ Wonder on Instagram right now. He's about to take over your airways. You want to say anything to the champ before you go on?
Yeah, this is probably our last mix of the 2018 year, and it's going to be a total request mix. So our citizens usually get to pick the songs, and I put them all together on the spot. So do you have a favorite song that we could start the mix with?
My prerogative.
Ooh. Look at that with the swiftness.
I like that. Sugar Ray Leonard, thank you for coming through. Make sure you guys go to sugarrayleonard.com to find out more about what the champ is up to. Appreciate you, love you. Thank you for the inspiration and motivation.